Nick and Austin, come to the forefront because y'all are some freaky frogs. Y'all gonna catch some Captain Crunches or some Rice Creepies in between y'all legs if y'all don't stop. What's up, everyone? It's your girl, I am Kaya, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're talking about Love Island Season 7, Episode 3. Y'all, I was gagging. The episode gave me my entire life. Huda finally told Jeremiah that she's a mom. And oh my God, I'm ready to see how this unpacks in the next episode. I'm so ready for it. Episode, I'm really here. I'm really living for Love Island, guys. I love it so much. And I'm glad every time I clock out of work after dealing with customer service, I get to watch this and just get my stress off. It's really giving me my life. But before we get into all that, you guys know the deal. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Please, please, please thumbs up the video and show your guys' support and comment because it does push my videos out there. I know I'm new to Love Island, posting videos, and I'm still kind of new to YouTube, so it's not really up there yet, but I have a feeling that by the end of the season, my engagement for Love Island for my videos is going to be there. I am going to be here all season long. I'm going to post every single video to help build my YouTube channel up and not just do my regular stuff that you guys know when I did my Zeus content. So let's go ahead and do that. And yeah, so is there anything else I got to get into? Nope. Let's go ahead and get into this episode, y'all, because it was a lot. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and unpack this episode. You guys know the deal. I got to get my notes up. It's right here on my screen. So it basically is, ending off how it ended with, the recoupling, how basically all the guys minus Jeremiah and by default Ace got up when they asked if they wanted to potentially get with Sierra. And as we know, Sierra chose Nick. Charlie, none of the girls got up. So Charlie had to sit back down because he's now single. So the boys are just are talking to Nick and asking him about Sierra. Nick says that his gut told him Sierra was for him and everything like that because of how what they spend in the hideaway. He really liked their conversations, right? So then we have Taylor is upset that this is still the guy's portion of them talking. Taylor's upset that Alandria, when they went and sat back down, that she kind of slid away from him. I can see both sides, but I can kind of see Alandria because I think from her perspective, they had their understanding. She said, yes, I did kiss Ace, but I still see something with you. So he wasn't expecting to get up, especially later on, because thinking about it, you stood up to try to potentially work something out to try to potentially couple up Sierra, when I don't even remember Taylor and Sierra having a long, deep conversation that even warrants him to try to make something work with her. I think it was blatantly obvious that Sierra was going to pick Nick because she spent a night with him in the hideaway and they had deep conversation and they had multiple conversations after that, where the rest of you, she only pulled you away one time, at least from what we saw. So there really, in my understanding, was no reason for either Taylor or Austin to get up. No reason. So, and I also wrote in this segment with the guys still talking, Ace is speaking facts. He's telling the guys that he needs to explore, and he ain't talking to the guys really. He's mainly focusing on Jeremiah. I don't know what it is with Ace. He just be throwing subliminal shots at Jeremiah, but I'm kind of here for it because it's really messy, and I'm living for Ace because he may be throwing shots, but he's speaking the truth basically. So yeah, so then he's basically talking about because how Jeremiah is kind of closed off when it comes to Huda. It's you two are only focused on each other, that you guys don't want to explore, because other guys, as we found out last episode, that Taylor told Ace that he kind of was trying to explore stuff with Huda, but there was no point because she's going to pick Jeremiah. It's still the first week. So you guys need to be exploring and, stop closing yourself off to just one person because you don't know what they're going to throw at y'all. And I understand him especially when it comes to Jeremiah and Huda. So we have Alandria and Bella. They're just talking, and while they're talking, we shoot over and she see that Huda is crying. Now, if you remember how the episode ended off last week, where basically when all the guys had got up to see if they want to try to recouple, Huda, I said this before, I think Huda wasn't being very malicious. I think she was trying to be very encouraging because she felt bad that her girls that she kind of built this bond with, basically got left in a sense. And Alandria just said, you know what, listen, this is something we'll talk about later. We don't really need this right now. We didn't need you talking. I can see both sides. I can see where people can say that Alandria was doing too much, but then I can also see people why saying Huda that had no reason for her to talk. I'm in sense in this one not really on either one of their sides because that's how girls are. And I can see both sides. But Huda's crying and Alandria feels bad because she didn't want the world to think she's a mean girl. She said, yes, maybe it did come off a little came off bad, but she don't want people saying her was a mean girl, and that's what people on social media are trying to make her seem like. But we ain't gonna do that. I don't think personally Alandria's mean girl. It didn't give me mean girl vibe. It just be like, girl, that's just something we'll talk about later. We don't need this now. And Hutter just didn't like that Alandria said it and did it in front of everybody, basically, and all that kind of stuff. And that's why she's crying and everything like that. So then we have the next scene we get. Austin says that he was surprised that Shelly didn't get up, and Austin basically saying the reason why he got up because he felt like Shelly was going to get up too, so he just didn't want to. I don't know what Austin wants to do. I don't know if he just wants to sit there and be like, I look like a sap because I'm trying to hold on to it where she really wants to go and explore. And he said something like, I gotta peel back like an onion layer or something like that. When Austin talks, I cannot when Austin talks. I can't. So then the next one we get, Charlie, because Austin is talking to Charlie. That's all. Charlie was upset that no girl stood up, but he asked if any girl was to stand up, he wanted it to be Shelly. And because he really liked the conversation they've been having and how they had their kiss, and he was expecting at least Shelly to get up. So now Charlie now is single. So we have Nick, he pulls Sierra, they're talking. I said Nick, he feels bad about, what was going on with him and Bella. Oops, sorry, I want to put this up. Yeah. Nick, he feels bad, for like leaving Bella, but he seems very, very, very happy with Sierra. And then we have Elandria, her and Hutter. She pulls Hutter in and they finally talk. She does tell Hutter that, she didn't mean in a mean way. She just wanted them saying, hey, we're just going to have this chat later as girls about what's going on. We don't need you bringing this up right now. And then anything else? Yeah, so that's basically how the gist of the conversation. So they're good. There's no tension. There's no hate so far. We don't know what's going to happen in later episodes. But that's also, yeah, Hutter and Elandria are good. And then this is when Taylor, he comes and pulls Elandria. And Taylor says that he stood up because he wanted to explore more with Sierra. And then Elandria said that Taylor, yes, we understand. They understand that they're not locked down and closed down, which I respect. And Taylor, she said you could have explored without getting up. Now, in the midst of this, he tries to like chime in and say something. And she said, hold, I'm still talking. And he shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. And then that's what she's basically saying. She said, you could still explore without having to get up to go with Sierra, because if you're just basing it off of a 5 to 10 minute conversation, what's going to happen when the next person come in? Are you just going to get up and try to leave and recouple with them just because they gave you conversation? And then Taylor then says he doesn't know why Elandria is mad about him standing up when he wasn't mad at her when she admitted that she kissed Ace, because they thought they were understanding that they were exploring. And that whole conversation right now just kind of solidified it for me. I don't see it for Taylor and Elandria anymore. I think if they bring, I don't know as of right now who in the house that's left I would see Taylor with. So they would have to like bring a bombshell in that could be more Taylor's type. I'm not sure exactly really what his type is, other than he was a girl that has a fat ass and no ugly toes. But it's like, other than that, like what else is his type? At the moment right now, getting to know the rest of the people that's in the house, I really don't see Taylor with anybody else in the house. I think that him and Elandria, they're going to probably stay together just so they're not voted off the island, because neither one of them not going to be coupled with each other, just for safety. But I just feel like if a bombshell comes in that house and catches Taylor's eye, and he actually gets to talk to them, gets to know them, he's going to leave Elandria. There's no doubt about it. So then we go on to the next one. And then Austin and Shelly, they're having a talk. Austin says that he thought Shelly would have stood up. That's the reason why he did. And he was shocked that she was still just sitting down. But he said he still likes Shelly. And then Shelly says that she is open to talk more with Austin. Why? But she is open to explore and everything like that. So she's not trying to, this is what I love and respect so much about Shelly. She's not trying to settle down with somebody so quickly, because she has all these people that want her, which understandable because she's fucking gorgeous. She has all these people that want her, but she says, I need to know what I want before I lock in with somebody. So that's why I'm open to exploring. I'm not settling down with just one person and all this kind of stuff. I'm going to be coupled up because I want to stay, but she's still trying to figure out exactly who she wants. And the Charlie, Austin, and Age, those are guys that's showing her interest. and she likes something about each and every one of them, but she still is just trying to figure stuff out because again, it's still really, really early. I think it's like day 3 or day 4. I could be wrong. It's still the first week, and you don't know what Love Island's gonna throw at you. We don't know if they're gonna throw some bombshell in there that really, really catches Shelly eye, and then she wants to leave him. So she's trying to take it slow and do your thing, girl. That's what you're supposed to be doing, Hutter. So it's bedtime. Alandra is still venting about Taylor standing up because of a conversation. She says if it really took you just having a conversation with somebody for 5 to 10 minutes, that means that what we really had wasn't really that like important or something like that. Again, I can see both sides. I can see where Alandra is coming from, and then also I can see where Taylor is coming from and everything like that. So I don't mind her venting and getting it off her chest, but I do see where she's coming from. But then in a sense, you got to see Taylor's point of view too. So then we have Shelly. Oh, this was so cute, y'all. Shelly and Ace, they talk. They just pull in, they just talking about everything, and then Ace pulls this little slick player move. He says, "Hey, can you smell this?" He said, "Smell this." Right when Shelly leaned in, he gave her a kiss on the forehead. Oh, it was so cute. It was so cute. I don't know what it is. Like, I know people want Ace and Shelly to be together. I could see it for Ace and Shelly, but I don't know necessarily if I see it right now, because I really feel like because it's still so early in the way Ace is talking about people exploring and all this other kind of stuff, Ace wants to explore almost everything. If a bombshell comes in there and catches Ace's eye, like what happened with Sierra, Ace is going to want to explore. He wants to be a F-boy at the moment until he's ready to settle down. And with Shelly, I think she is ready to explore, but I ain't trying to think she's trying to go and F around with people. I think she is trying to like take it slow. And I don't think for right now I see it for them because it's still so early and they both are still trying to do what they're there to do, explore and get to know their options and everything like that. I think Ace more so wants to play around than Shelly does. So that's why I'm not seeing it right now, but I definitely do see it. And this moment was just so cute. So then we have Jeremiah. Everyone goes to sleep. And then we have Jeremiah and Hutter, because the way they made it seem last week, they made it seem like that Jeremiah and Hutter have sex, but they didn't say anything. So I guess it didn't. But they said things get steamy. So I think what happened at the end of the episode is what the steamy part is. But I just thought that the way it looked, that Jeremiah and Hutter had finally had sex. That's what I thought. So we get to the next morning, and then we have Shelly tells the girls about talk she had with Ace. And then we have Ace. He brings breakfast for Alandra, Bella, and Shelly. Cute. But then also Taylor brings some breakfast in for Alandra. Taylor and Ace, they seem like they boys. Like, did Taylor not say, "Hey, I'm going to bring her some breakfast"? Like, did they not converse on that? Just like, Hutter says that her and Jeremiah, they're like mom and dad. Foreshadowing. And then Hutter thinks that she says that she is ready to tell Jeremiah about her having a daughter. And I was like, are we finally getting it? Okay, I'm watching it in real time thinking like, wait, is she going to tell him or is she going to chicken out? So we have Nick and Sierra. He's feeding her breakfast. I ain't gonna lie, Nick and Sierra, they are really, really cute together. I really, really like Sierra. I really like her. She really seems like somebody I feel like I would hang out with in real life. And I really like her and Nick. Like, they're able to laugh with each other. They're able to talk about things with each other. They're able to giggle, have fun, not just like a lot of the physical attraction, but they're able to have a good time together. And I think that's why I'm so here for it. If Nick stopped like having people in the back of his mind and see what's in front of him with him and Sierra, what's going on, I would like that. So then, Nick and Sierra, they go to the little photo shoot. It was very, very cute. They were really, really cute together. I'm not gonna lie. I like both of their little, because they both have very bubbly personalities and everything that I just love seeing through the screen. And it's really nice to watch and see Nick smiling and happy. And he's not really doing that when it's him and Bella, but we're gonna get into that later. So and then we jump to a scene where Bella, she's crying to Hutter about Austin. She just says that she's not crying about, did I say Austin? Oh, sorry, y'all. She's not crying about Nick. But she just says the experience is emotional for her. And then, and everything like that. But what I took from this is that Bella gives me the person that she is just so happy to be here on Love Island. And I think that her being single and vulnerable, and there's a chance that she could go home first, is what's kind of getting to her and everything like that, because I'm thinking she's thinking that she was going to be one of those girls that's going to be here all the way to the end so she can stay on the show and have this summer because she's in Fiji. I mean, of course, like, duh, go ahead. So I think that Hutter is more so upset because now she's single and vulnerable and there's a chance she can go home, and that's the reason why she's upset. I really I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I really, in my heart, don't feel like Bella is really mad that Nick left her for somebody else because she has really strong feelings for Nick. I don't believe it at all because it's been like 2-3 days. Like, y'all have not done anything. Y'all didn't kiss. Y'all ain't really been cuddling. Y'all wasn't like really hugging, all this other kind of stuff. All you guys were doing just talking about nothing, just sitting around and just like looking at the stars and shit like that. Like, there's really nothing there to tell me that you really fell so hard for Nick in like 2-3 days. So I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. So then Huda had says, don't let this dim your light. Don't dumb yourself down. Honey, it's a little too late for that. Bella's already dumbed herself down. Too late. Okay, so then move on to the next scene. We have Nick. He's talking to Huda about, him and Bella, the Bella and Sierra situation and everything. So while Nick is talking to Huda, we have Charlie. He's talking to Bella and says that Nick was stupid for letting her go. Looks wise, yes. Personality wise, no. And then so Nick says that he still has feelings for Bella in the back of his head. I'm like, Nick, what? I don't understand. And then Charlie said that I just don't understand how you still have feelings for her. Like, what? I'm gonna get into that when I get into that little section because I got a lot to say about that. And then Charlie says that he wanted to take Bella to the hideaway, but he saw how reserved she was and didn't want to do that, so that's why he picked Shelly and everything like that. Kind of smart because I feel like if they were both in that hideaway together, Nick being in the hideaway with Sierra and Shelly being in there, Bella being in there with Charlie, that would have been really interesting to watch. But yeah, Bella wasn't gonna get, because Shelly didn't really do nothing with Charlie either, but Bella really wasn't gonna do nothing with Charlie and not gonna have shit to talk about. So yeah, so we have again Taylor and Alandra. They're talking. I think this is when Alandra had on that cute little cowgirl get up. She looked good, so good. Yeah, so then they talk again. And throughout this whole entire thing, I just noticed again, I'm not seeing it for them. I'm not seeing it for Taylor and Alandra. It's just like Taylor doesn't, and Movie Bay, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Taylor just does not really, to me, doesn't seem that interested anymore. And it's like, I really don't know. And I think I said to somebody, I really don't know what Taylor wants. I don't know Taylor even knows what he wants, but I just don't see it with him and Alandra. I see it more as a friendship, that I can see them really being really good friends, like a brother-sister vibe. But just something like now when I see, because on the first episode I thought I saw it, but as I'm watching and as it progressed, I'm like, I'm not seeing it for these two. I'm just not. I'm not. So yeah, so then we move on to Nick. He's telling Ace that he's gonna talk to Bella. Finally, we get Nick and Bella talking. So Nick says that he is still attracted to Bella, even though he likes having good conversation and him being with Sierra. And Bella is also mad that Nick was not up front with her. And this is what I said in my last recap. I said that literally the night that they had to recouple, I felt like if Nick had told Bella that, I'm attracted to you, but I really I feel like I want to explore a little bit more with Sierra. But then Nick want to use this whole excuse saying, oh, at the time his mind wasn't made up. Like, but I'm just trying to figure out how your mind wasn't made up when literally after you had that talk with Bella, you spent the rest of the night with Bella until the recoupling. So what do you mean your mind was made up? You knew what the fuck you was gonna do. You just didn't want her feeling upset that whole entire night. Like, don't try to run game on me. Don't try to run game on me. I see through that shit. And then so then Bella said how she made him look like a fool. And like I said, I could see Bella's being upset because the way Nick was talking to her and they had that conversation, it made it seem like he was going to like stay with her. And that's what it would seem like to me through the TV screen. So if that seemed like to me, that's how she felt in the moment. And she said everything that I thought she was feeling in that moment. And what did I say right here? Oh yeah, Nick saying how it was 50-50, how he feels and everything like that. And this is what I wrote. And this one I'll talk about this whole Nick and Bella situation. I personally feel like Nick is very attracted to Bella. And like I said, Bella is a beautiful girl. She is a very beautiful girl. But seeing like her scenes that we've been seeing from her so far is like she's not entertaining. She's not entertaining. She seems like when you're talking to her, she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. She seems very, very dull. It seems like she really don't have that much of a personality. And I think, and then if you notice, that's because I had to keep rewinding. I peeped this. Nick just keeps saying how he's attracted to Bella when he's talking about him and Bella and like what he sees with him and Bella. He just keeps saying he's attracted to her. But when he's talking about Sierra, he can say all these list of things. He said, oh yeah, we have good conversations. I'm able to make laugh with her. We're able to do this. We talk about this. We talk about that and everything like that. Then it goes with Bella, and all he can just say is, I'm really attracted to you. You can be attracted to somebody, but if the person, like, that's with me. Like, if I'm attracted to somebody, you gotta entertain me, because I know me. Anybody that personally know me, I'm a lot to handle. Okay. I don't care how attractive you are. If you're boring as fuck and you're dull to me and you can't provide me anything but just a good look, I don't want you. I can't. That's just me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me being old school. I don't know. But Nick is probably a little older than me. I don't know. But the thing that, like, Nick, you just keep saying that you're attracted to her, but you're not saying anything else. And the fact it's been like 3-4 days, and that's the only thing you can say when it comes to Bella. But when you only knowing Sierra for like a day, and you can say how you done all these things, how you like doing all these things with her, that should tell you right there that you should probably like kind of let it go with Bella. Even though she is very beautiful, she has nothing else to offer you. Because literally when Nick talks to Bella, like, you don't see him smiling, you don't see him laughing. He just be looking like it's like struggling to try to get something out with Bella. It's like, I don't understand why Nick is holding on to this right now. But this is where Nick is like really pissing me off. It's like, you really trying to hold on to something with Bella that's not there. It's not there. Just let it go. But yeah, so then I did say in this moment, I did like that Bella was upfront with him, saying like, oh, I hope you guys okay. But she's smiling, but saying it's okay, but Bella's not okay. And we find out later in the episode she died, which I like. But I don't understand what Bella's holding on with Nick anyway, because like, there's nothing there. There's nothing there between y'all. It's like pulling teeth with Bella and Nick. It's like there's nothing there. But I just had to say that because that was getting me this episode with Nick and Bella. So then the next we have Ace and Shelly. They're just talking, and what I just said was Shelly, she looks so beautiful. Her little two-piece, and the way she had her hair and her makeup, Shelly is so beautiful. And she said that she was stuck on that little smooth kiss that Ace did with her, and she said that she might end up stealing it. Do that, because that's very smooth. And then Shelly said how she feels more comfortable with Ace. Well, I think we do see. When she talks to Austin and when she's talking to Charlie, I'm not seeing it. I see it very, very, very much with her and Ace. That's what I can see it in the future, but just right now, I don't know if I see it just yet, because Ace, he's giving me that he just wants to play a little bit, and Shelly ain't gonna go for him just going around playing, because you shouldn't play with Shelly. Because look at Shelly, you got like one of the baddest bitches up in there, Ace. You better go and catch her before you lose her, because that could be the love of your life. I'm just saying. And I said, what did I say right here? I saw it for Shelly Ace. Oh yeah, that's what I said. I saw it for Shelly Ace, just not right now because he still wants to explore. Yeah. So then we have Elandria, Bella, and Sierra. They talk. And they ask Bella about Charlie, because it seems like Charlie is really trying to be interested with Bella, but I think Charlie just wants to be coupled up with somebody so he don't get kicked out and everything like that. And then we find out that Bella still likes Nick, and then Bella asks Sierra, she says, is there anybody else you're interested in, or is it just Nick? She said, yeah, I just like Nick. So they both want Nick. Yeah, they both want Nick. So we get to the night scene. Oh, Ace said something that was funny. He kept saying, why didn't dudes clean up with themselves? That's the shit I'm talking about. I don't like that. The one thing I can't stand is a nasty motherfucker. I can't stand people that don't clean up after themselves. I can't stand people that cooks and don't clean up after themselves, that leaves trash everywhere. Like, that's just straight up trifling. Like, have some home training. Please have some home training, especially if you're going to go on TV and be nasty. Like, you just don't care. But yeah, so and then Ace is talking to Taylor, and he says how it's easy talking to Shelly. Meanwhile, Austin is standing right there listening to the whole entire thing. Like, every time Ace is someone talking about Shelly, Ace all of a sudden just standing around. But yeah, so and then this was interesting. Jeremiah says that Ace asked Jeremiah what's his type, and he says like a foreign girl or a Latina girl. And then Ace said, so what if they bring a foreign or Latina bombshell up in here? He said, now that is what will change it, something, or that will be like the challenge, something like that. Basically what he's saying is Huda is she the only one? I think she is. I think she's only like Latina or foreign, because everyone else is black, and then Bella is white. And because Sierra, they said Sierra's half black and half something else, but Huda is still the only Latina in there. So basically what Jeremiah is saying is, if they bring another foreign or Latina girl in this house, a sweet piece of ass up in there, he's gonna turn, and this is solidified for here right here is like Huda, you better just tell him about that damn baby, because he basically just saying it right here. If they bring a bombshell in here, who's kind of like a Shakira up in here, Jeremiah gonna jump on that. And he gives me the type of black guy that always go for foreign and Latina girls. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just like guys like that, like always side eye them. So then we have Huda. She's talking to Shelly, which I totally forgot about. So she said all the girls minus Sierra knows that she has a child. And then Shelly is basically saying, like, you need to tell him. She said if it's not now, it has to be later. But she said, because Huda is saying how she feels like she can really see it with him and she feels like he's the one. And Shelly's saying if you feel like he's the one, then you need to tell him. Like, you shouldn't be ashamed to be a mom. She says she's not. And this, basically Shelly's saying, like, girl, you need to go ahead and tell him, like, right now. And Huda is just scared that Jeremiah will leave her if he finds out she has a kid, which the sad honest truth, I really feel like it is. Hopefully he proves me wrong. Hopefully he's not one of those dudes that don't want to be with a girl just because she has a kid, but I just have a strong feeling that he's gonna leave. So yeah, so then all of a sudden Ace gets a text. It's game time. Now I really love this portion of the episode. It's a game called State Your Case, and it's boys versus girls. So they're gonna get a series of questions, and they're gonna rank from least to most reliable. So there was a lot of questions, but I really want to go through all of them because it was interesting, and this is where people were showing their ass. So the first question we get was who has cheated the most. So the girls go and they start the ranking. So I'm not gonna like keep saying that, or I'm just gonna just say how the girls put it. So they said Ace. So Ace has cheated 0 times. I don't believe that. Charlie said he's cheated zero times. I don't believe that. Austin has cheated 6. With what? I don't know. Taylor has cheated 0. I can see that. Jeremiah only cheated 1, which he admitted, so maybe I could believe it. He did admit that he did cheat in his last relationship before coming on Love Island, which if you saw the tea about Jeremiah, just saying. And then Nick, it said he cheated 0 times, but he was confused because he said he cheated once. So whoever did this game was not, y'all didn't get y'all facts straight, because Nick even admitted that he cheated 1 time. So how honest with these questions, we don't know. And then for the girls, you found out Huda cheated 0 times. I guess I can believe that. Bella cheated 0 times. I can definitely believe that. Sierra cheated 0 times. We don't know much of her, but I want to say I believe it. Alandris cheated 0 times, and Shelly has cheated 1 time. So the guys won that round. So then they said who had sex with the most people in one day. So we didn't see all the guys. This is where the time where they started like skipping some people, which I actually kind of like because I didn't want to see that whole thing drawn out. I think they just showed the most interesting ones. So for this one, they only showed 3 of the guys, which Charlie has had sex with only 1 person a day. And that's probably what everybody else's was, just going out on limb because you should be doing that. But Austin has sex with 4 people a day. Who is sleeping? Can somebody tell anybody out there that's watching my channel, who's sleeping with Austin? Who is sleeping with Austin? Who is sleeping with Austin? But yeah, Austin slept with 4 people in a day. Wow. And Nick slept with 2. And then with the girls, we only got 3 of the girls. So Bella slept with only 1 person a day. Shelly slept with 2, and there were 2 girls, and they asked her that. Do your thing, Shelly. I totally forgot that Shelly said that I don't think she has a label on herself. She just says she loves everybody, so that she could just like guys, girls, trans. I'm guessing. I think so. Is that like pansexual? I'm not sure, but you do your thing, Shelly. And then Huda has 2. And everything like that. And then this is where okay, so Huda slept with 2, and then apparently they said Jeremiah actually did sleep with 2 people in a day. So, but I'm like, I don't understand why is that why were they spending so much time on her sleeping with 2 people a day when Jeremiah did the same thing? Like, why are you not questioning him? I didn't like that at all. So then we said, oh, this got interesting. It said, who said I love you to the most people? So we got the boys. We only got 3. Ace had said 0. But then apparently they asked him again, did you ever tell somebody you love? And he had to think about it. So basically he kind of lied. And then Jeremiah told 10 people. And Nick told 50 people that he loved him. Nick, what is you doing? Nick, I have only, in my entire life, I've only been in 2 serious relationships. I ain't tell neither one of them I loved them. I swear. I ain't tell neither one of those dudes that I love them. Nick, you telling 50 people you love them? Come on, Nick. You whore. But we got the girls. I only showed 3 of the girls. Bella told 1. I can believe. Huda's only told 2, which I'm assuming is her baby daddy and somebody else. And then Shelly's told 2. Then we get we got who has sent the most news. So they actually show all the guys' answers. So Ace had said he sent 3. I don't know if I believe Ace only told with a body like that and a face like that, I can't believe he's only sending 3 nudes. You know, Taylor has sold 5. I can believe it with Taylor. I think Taylor's a pure guy. Charlie has sent 0. This is where the girls said they don't believe him. Yeah, I don't believe that shit either. Like, Charlie, who you fooling? You're from the UK. Like, please. And then Nick has sent 800, which I'm like, okay, crazy. 800 nudes. Like, dude, are you sure you're not out there in cyberspace somewhere? And then Jeremiah has sent 50. And then you would have thought that Nick's answer was crazy, right? Austin has sent 100+ nudes. Who is getting Austin's nudes? Like, Austin, like, dude. Did I say 100+? 1,000+. 1,000+ nudes Austin has sent. That is insane. And I think at this point, I don't think this point in the game, but a couple questions before this, they noticed that Austin acts like this innocent guy, but he's really a freak. Him and Nick. Like, I would like looking at these questions. I was thinking like Jeremiah and Ace would have been like the ones up there, or even Charlie because he's from the UK. Austin and Nick really took it. It was blowing my mind, especially when it came to Austin. But the girls, when they asked about the nudes, Bella has sent 0. Bella's very pure. Huda has sent 20. Shelly sent 5. Elandra has sent 15, and Sierra has sent 5. And then we get into the last question. They asked for the highest body count. I was really interested in seeing this one. So for the guys, they showed all the guys. So Charlie has had 108. And I think this is where the girl was saying, how do you have this high body count, but you never sent a nude or something like that? 108. Damn. I forgot how old Charlie said he was. Taylor, he has 21. Not bad. Nick has had 22. Jeremiah has 32. Ace has 23. And Austin had 104. Again, who are these women out here that's sleeping with Austin? Who is sleeping with him? Who is sleeping with Austin? That should be named this title, this recap. Who is sleeping with Austin? That makes sense. So for the girls, we have Bella. She only has 1. Very, very pure and everything like that. And I actually do believe Bella. I don't think someone would lie and just say they have 1 and everything like that. Elandria has had 8. Huda has had 13. Sierra has had 18. And Shelly has had 12. So the girls have had literally less body counts than these guys. Like, these guys, like, this is insane. So the winner of the game was the boys. You know, I really wanted the girls, but like the way I saw that the girls rank them, because I think they kept putting Austin so low because they kept thinking Austin was the purest one. Come to find out, he's the biggest freak over there. Nick and Austin are the freakiest frogs here, especially Nick. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen when Nick gets in Casa, or when they start sending some more bombshells up in this bitch. I don't know if Nick gonna be hopping around, but Nick is a freak. And Austin, I don't know if I want to believe it, but it's like, dang, look, women do some crazy stuff. So then after the game, it's the guys and the girls are talking. The girls are shocked again about how freaky Austin was. And they're also shocked by the numbers of the guys of the body count. And this is when they said they think that Charlie is lying about not sending nudes and everything like that. And let me see. And then and the girls asked Huda about, you know, Jeremiah telling 10 people that he loved them and they like. And then the guys, and then this is what I don't think I mentioned it. So when Huda had said she slept with 2 people in a day, they asked her to explain. So she said that she slept with one guy and the guy was bad in bed. So that's the reason why she slept with the other dude in the same day. And then I don't know why I said the guys. The Ace, messy ass, asked Jeremiah, put yourself in that guy's shoes. Like, what if you slept with her and you were bad in bed and she goes to sleep with somebody else because you were that bad in bed? And then Jeremiah over there pumping his chest, talking about it's not going to be me. I'm make sure my woman is satisfied. It's never going to be me. He said, but put yourself in that position. Like, what if that was? We don't know what he said because he all of a sudden, I don't know if he whispered this under his breath. He just said, that's a dumbass question. It's like, Ace is just really being messy and I was here for it. But I really wanted to hear what Jeremiah had to say unless he just refused to answer it. So then we jump to Huda and Jeremiah. They're talking. And Huda's asking about the whole I love you. And he comes up with this excuse saying how he was a teenager saying all this stuff. And then when he got in his 20s, he's only said it to like 1 or 2 people. Okay, I can see that. I can see when like people like teenagers, because people at my high school, middle school and high school, when they had a boyfriend, they always said I love you. Like they was throwing that word around like it was candy. It wasn't me though. Okay, so then we have Ace and Taylor. They're talking. And then Taylor, and this is what I know, is like, I don't know, like Ace is like really peeping Jeremiah. He's saying because he was talking about how Jeremiah is saying I love you to too many girls. He thinks he's love bombing. He kept saying, yeah, something's not right. This is where he's kind of like peeping. He don't think he trusts Jeremiah. He don't think that Jeremiah is really in it when it comes to Huda. I don't know if that's going to come up later in the season. It's going to be like a really big thing, but I'm really interested to see what happens. And then Huda is like asking Jeremiah, like, his pros and cons with girls. And then we finally get it, guys. So Huda's saying, okay, listen, I got to be honest with you. I didn't like how they were dragging it out. Like, literally, I was about to shit my damn pants. I'm like, I can't. The tension is killing me. Like, Huda, I just kept screaming, like, girl, tell him. She kept saying, yeah, I really like you. And, I'm going to make this work. And, you're really the only guy, like, I really hear I like. And, I just want to be honest with you. And, like, I'm like, girl, can you just freaking tell him? So she says, I'm a mom. And I was like, oh, my God, yes. And then Jeremiah was like, you're a mom. He said, how many kids? She said, oh, no, just one. He said, and you're 24? And then all of a sudden he's like, oh my God. And then that's where the episode ends. We didn't get a preview. I want the preview so bad because I got to see, unless they're trying to give us a taste. But I'm ready to see what happened after that. It was getting good, y'all. Ooh, it was getting good, y'all. But, that is the episode, y'all. This episode was so good. I think I might have to go back and rewatch it because this shit gave me so much life. But yeah, y'all, that's all I got, y'all, for this episode. Before I get up out of here, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Please, please, please show love to this video to get my engagement pushed out there. Please do that. Please do that. That's all I got for you guys this episode. And I will see you guys next episode. Bye.